Hi, are you aware as to what it takes to be on top of a competitive world and the business of food and beverages? What does it take to retain the glory that you have already attained and or retain the business? Yes, the most important factor is the customer satisfaction. If the customer is there, you are there. If the customer goes, then you fall, right? So it is very, very important to retain a customer in a business. And not only that, the customer, what he's going to do is once he's happy, he goes and tells 10 people outside who will again become your customers. That's very important. But if you have a dissatisfied customer, he will go and tell 100 people outside that the business what is this is what the business is all about, right? If they are not happy, definitely that will happen. So what does it take, to keep the customer happy? Well, I am Sitaraman, and I'm here to share a few behavioral aspects that that will help your business to do well with the customer. So first thing is knowledge is the foundation of all success. You need to have that knowledge of your business. Now, normally in a restaurant or a hotel business, who is the first point of contact to the customer? It is the waiter, right? So once the customer comes in, it is the waiter who actually get in touch with him. So what does the waiter need to do? First place, he needs to have the knowledge of both the menu and the customer, and the waiter has to be trained in that way. It's very, very important. So if the waiter starts behaving indifferently, or the customer, how long do you think the customer is going to take to go away or vanish from there? That's the only time he will come. Next time he will not come. So it is very important that you train your waiters. So the first step that you can do from a waiter, from a training perspective, is to train the waiter to suggest food for the customer. So once the customer is greeted inside and the menu card is given to him, so it will take a minute for the waiter to suggest some good food. And in this process, the most important factor is the waiter has to mention something about the hero product of your business. Definitely something special would be there, and he has to make a mention of that alongside the other menu items. So probably if he suggests certain good food, the customer will feel important, and he will also get an idea as to what is good in that place and what he can eat. Obviously he would have had come in with something in mind, but let's forget that for a second. But when you're suggesting, obviously he'll look forward to have something new, right? So that is important. Second, um, the waiter has to run through the menu card with the customer. So this is called the tour of the menu. So what he needs to do is, under each section of your menu card, there are so many menu items. So he just needs to mention one or two items and say, how good those items are, and this is the availability of the same and all that stuff. Now, how long this would take? A few seconds, but in this process, you are not keeping your customer waiting. It is so dangerous to give the menu card to the customer and then vanish away from there, because the customer needs to go through it. He will be confused, and finally he will get up as a dissatisfied customer. So what you can do is to run through the menu items, tell him what is good, and and what are the best combinations that he can have. And in this way, the customer will be kept engaged, and also he will feel the importance of he will feel important, right, in that place. So ultimately, again, it just leads that customer becomes very happy with the way the service is given, and obviously after that, it is history. So this is a very important aspect to it. Third comes the waiter's attitude, right? You the waiter has to keep on attending the customer on now and then. That's very important. So the knowledge of the menu and the shrewdness or shrewd tactics that is followed has to be backed up by the enthusiasm. So I have particularly seen in many restaurants where the customer is so happy, and I see the waiter, right, and the waiter makes a lot of difference in this. So what does the waiter do is, like, he's very clear in his mind when talking to the customer. He comes and attends the customer with utmost care until he's there. And then, he even wishes that person when that customer is about to leave and ask them, how was the food? So all this, you cannot expect a hotel manager or the owner to come and do. You will have to train your waiters in this aspect, because the customer satisfaction in a food industry is very, very important. It keeps changing because today, with the technology growing and the variety of food that is available, it's very easy to lose a customer. So the third aspect is, like, the behavioral aspect or the attitude of the waiter, and how he maintains the relationship with the customer that he is attending to. His body language is very, very important, guys. So hope these tips helps, right? Yes, it is your business, and you have started with the utmost care and passion that you have built a business. You are the person who need to take care of it, and these small tips can ensure that that really that can go that can take the business a long way ahead. So thank you, and hope to see you with another interesting topic.